All right. How you doing? Good to see you. All righty. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Let me make a couple adjustments. All right. So appreciate you guys for being here. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh man, we are here today talking about mental health awareness. My name is Andre Looney, as you can see. I'm your mental health advocate, and we also have two prestigious ladies or young women on the roster. Also, Gina McGowan Cade, Christian counselor and publisher, and then Sean Woolridge from QMHP. And so I just wanted to say something really quick as we do this brief intro. First of all, I do want to thank God for allowing you guys for being here today, because this is a very important topic that we're going to really go through in detail. We're going to really go through with a lot of passion, a lot of information. And Lord, we just thank you for allowing us to come together and to just be aware. I'm just so grateful that you brought this team together so that we can just really, I believe you called us to do this, and I thank you, Lord, for it. And I thank you for every individual that's going to see this today, whether it's by video or it's the ones that are here in person. Lord, I believe that you're just really going to bring that awareness to us, and we're just so grateful. And we're just so thankful for the opportunity, Lord, and for the one we're thankful for the ones that will be here today, and that's our focus, because it just takes one life. It just takes one life, and we're just so grateful for it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So I just wanted to share a little bit. I don't know, it was about maybe 3 months ago, and it was just heavy on my heart. This topic, this movement, it was just heavy on my heart. And I found out as we were planning this, me and Sean, and I appreciate you, Sean. I found out that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I found out that May 1st starts that. We had already had the dates and everything, and I saw some research online where it talked about April also. So it was just part of God's plan. I appreciate that. But when I first thought about mental health or mental illness, I only thought about two things: bipolar and schizophrenic. But it's so much more than that. And so this is what prompted this conference, this awareness conference, so that we can help educate and just be aware of what's going on. Don't wait till it hit home. Don't wait till it gets to where now it's personal. Now we need to jump ahead, and we really need to be informed and be aware of what's going on. So we're going to go through some very detailed things with you guys, just to inform you and make you aware. And we want you not to leave taking this subject or this topic lightly, because it is people that's been impacted, with mental illness, and not knowing what's going on. Is people being impacted every single day. So I'm thankful that we have this opportunity to do it, and I'm going to move myself on here as I bring up Sean Woolridge.
Hey everybody. everybody. I want to do like a pre-knowledge check, just to kind of see like where your thoughts are around mental health. So we'll start with that. And I wanted to make it kind of like interactive and kind of fun. So we're gonna do a game. So if you have your phone, if you want to go ahead and pull that out for me. Okay, I'm gonna put something on the screen. I'm gonna give you another one to scan. All right. And it's just kind of interactive. You can change your emoji and things like that. But you're gonna go ahead and scan the QR code on the left, and then it's gonna prompt you, or it may prompt you to insert the pin, and then it's gonna take us to our questions, and I'll be able to see once you log in. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that. Any assistance? All right. So if you can see a few of you guys in there, is everybody in? Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you're in there? Okay, I'll give it a few more minutes. Okay, so that's everybody, right? One more thumbs up so I can do a sweep of the room. Okay, good deal. Alrighty, so this is just going to see like what your initial thoughts are. Like the purpose of us being here is a big part of education. So we're just gonna throw out some questions and just to see where we are today. Okay, 1 second. Okay. We got everybody in here. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. So these are gonna be true or false. So we'll have the question up there, and you're just gonna answer what you feel like it's true or false or not. Okay. All right, now, so whatever you think true or false, that's it.
True, you push blue, if you think it's false, you did red.
Yes. And it says mental health conditions are a sign of personal weakness. What are your thoughts on that? Is that true or false?
True.
And once you click it, it should let you know what the correct answer is. Everybody answered? The next one will be mental health problems affect only a smaller number of people. What do you guys think that is? Okay. The next one, true or false? People with mental health conditions can recover and live meaningful lives. True or false? Did everybody get? All right. Seems like you all are kind of on the same page. And then the next one. Let's see. Oh, it's okay. It's this one. Yeah. Talking openly about mental health usually make pain worse. Okay, so maybe I did skip. What do you guys think of that? You can just give me a verbal. Look at here. Needing and asking for help means a person is weak. All right, true or false? I give you guys a chance to call. Look at that. You need professional training to support someone with mental health concerns. Mhm. Okay, let's see what we got here. answers? Got some answers coming in? Okay. All right. Then we got talking helps improve mental health. So give you guys a chance to read that one. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see what we have. Okay. Steven, okay. Okay, good deal. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this off. And then let me Perfect. Okay, so yeah, so that was just to see where you guys were, what you thought about mental health, and today we want to talk about like myths and stigmas. So stigma is just like a negative view of something, right? A lot of times people feel like you have mental health issues, they may, oh, that person is crazy or whatnot. That's further from the truth. So we're just gonna talk about a few common myths that exist, you know, and I'm sure you've kind of heard some of these. So the first one, mental health problems are a sign of weakness. Absolutely not. Everybody has mental health, right? Later we'll talk about the difference between mental health and mental illness, right? And then we have a professional here to actually go into depth with some of that. A second one is people should be able to deal with be able to deal with it. So that's just saying like people should be able to, sorry, what's wrong with this? Okay, people should be able to just deal with it, kind of like saying, okay, just toughen up. Things are going on, just suck it up, you got it. Mental health only affects certain type of people. No, like I just said, it should be a common thing. Everybody has mental health, and it varies. You could be having a difficult day, week, something has happened. It doesn't say anything negatively about you. And talking about mental health makes things worse, I think that's definitely duplicated because we saw that in the quiz, because a lot of people feel like if somebody is suicidal, we do not need to talk about that. Yes, it's okay to talk about difficult subjects, so that people feel safe sharing and just normalizing, because everybody goes through difficult things at times. And then people with mental health conditions are dangerous or violent. There are so many things that can contribute to somebody being violent. Yes, a violent person can have a mental illness for sure, but there are so many factors that go into that, not just because they have a mental illness. And then I feel like support and skills to help care for people function better doesn't mean that someone is dependent. Like everybody needs support at some point in time. Like we just talked about before, like if someone is having a difficult situation, maybe you need more support in that moment than other times in your life. And stigma, it doesn't necessarily always sound mean, it just may sound familiar, you know, making jokes about certain mental illness and just looking at it from a negative view kind of causes people to close off or not even express what they're feeling. And also mental health challenges, one of the stigmas sometimes people may view, maybe someone is struggling with depression, people may view them as lazy or just weak, things like that. So there's a lot of misconceptions around mental health. So just to normalize it, just think about if you saw somebody with asthma, would you say something is wrong with them? No, right? Because that is something natural in this condition and then they need to get treatment for that. So that's the same thing with mental health. Just like a natural or physical ailment that you need mental health can require that as well. And it just requires and deserves understanding. Okay. And we're gonna go to what is mental health, to give like a formal definition. Mental health is our overall emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, act, handle stress, and relate to others, and make decisions. So we all can relate to that. Relationships wise, how we deal with difficult situations. And I know we're all in different stages of life. School can be stressful at times. And just navigating all those different spaces. So mental health, like I said before, is just something everybody has. And it's just like a physical issue, or can be just like a physical health issue. It is not about being happy all the time. I know we may see a lot of things on social media, self-care, things like that. But sometimes it's just you're not in the best place that day, and that's okay. And being okay to say that, right? And it's just how you show up and function and cope with daily life. Okay, so like we touched on before, the difference between mental health versus mental illness. So mental health, that's something that everyone has, like we discussed, and it just refers to like your overall well-being. And it could be good or poor, like you said, it could be circumstantial. Maybe you had a friend that's in the hospital or a friend that passed away. Definitely your mental health wouldn't be at its best at that point in time. So it's just something that all of us experience. And then you still can have good mental health with a diagnosis. So that's leading us to the mental illness, the difference between mental health and mental illness. So mental illness is the diagnosable health conditions. So these are the depression, anxiety. So we all can experience all of those emotions. But this is when it's prolonged and over time, and it's persistent, and it's affecting like your daily functioning. It impacts your daily functioning, and then it requires treatment, and it needs to be managed and supported. So. Okay. And then it's just saying how you can have a mental health diagnosis, right? But that doesn't mean that you are doomed to not be able to enjoy a good quality of life. You may just need to have a little bit extra support. You may have to go through different treatment, things like that. But it doesn't mean that you cannot live and have a full life. Okay. And then you may have heard some of these common mental health conditions, anxiety, like we just touched on, an ongoing worry and fear and nervousness that may interfere with your daily functioning, being nervous for a test, things like that. That's separate from anxiety disorder. So something that's persistent and affecting your life. Depressive disorders also is persistent mood, and you may experience like loss of interest. It looks different in different people. Post-traumatic stress disorder. This is definitely something that can get misconstrued. A lot of times people may think it's only for military, people that serve in the military, but anyone can experience post-traumatic stress disorder. So that's what actually PTSD, you may have had something, a lot of people experience childhood trauma, right? So that could definitely play a part with that as well. And then bipolar, we hear that a lot. People talk about that all the time, or they'll make a joke, oh, this weather in Texas is bipolar. So basically they're just saying like there's extremes in mood, high and lows, right? So there's no, just like the leveling. And again, you take everything in context because we're people, right? So we're gonna have moments where we're having a better day than before, or something is going on. So those are just like from one extreme to the next. And also, some of the mental health illness can lead to substance use, right? If you want to receive relief from some of your symptoms that you may be experiencing, some people start to use substance. Especially with schizophrenia and schizoaffective. Schizoaffective is just schizophrenia, like bipolar symptoms together. But with those, that leads to substance use, and there are other common health issues as well. Some people struggle with eating disorders, things like that, but it's just like disorientation for you. Okay. And then for the substance use, it can be mild to severe, obviously, and you can get treatment for both of those as well. And just to reiterate, this doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you if you struggle with any of these that we just discussed, right? So that's the point we want to drive home, right? Just to normalize mental health and the struggle that comes along with that sometimes. Okay. And that's one part of your health, right? And just getting support can make all the difference. Okay, so kind of like we were talking before, mental health over the lifespan, right? So that's just saying it looks different for different stages of your life, or it can look different for different stages in life. So childhood, that's the time that you're developing emotionally, right? You're just learning the world and things like that. So maybe like attachment, all of that could be affected. Learning coping skills, so you learn how to deal with difficult things. So an example, if you are stressed about something or a test, or you can't get your toy to work or whatever, you learn how to deal with stress in the moment. Some kids, they may just throw it down and they're done with it, right? And the other kids feel like, okay, I'm gonna push through and get this done, right? But we learn that like from our relationships and just the dynamic. So each stage we do have things that we are navigating. It just looks different based on what life stage you're in. So for adolescents, this is the time that you are finding out who you are, so relationships are really big in that stage. So you may have increased stress. You're trying to find like, how do I find my independence, right? So apart from my parents. So a lot of mental health may be affected by those challenges that you face. Just growing pains. And then adulthood. Okay, adulting is not easy, right? So this is where we get some of the big life stressors, right? Work can be stressful. You have to take care of your family. You may start to have aging parents, things like that. So there's so many things that can happen. And just like balancing multiple responsibilities, right? So the challenges may look different from when you were adolescent. And then we go into older adulthood. This is stage in life, like you're going through life transitions. Maybe you're not as independent as you were before, so that may make you feel a little bit more depressed than usual. You may have some health challenges. That definitely can affect like mental health and mood. I know sometimes that can bring a lot of distress in your day-to-day life. Also, older adulthood, maybe you're more in a reflection stage of life, right? So you're thinking of your life, thinking about things that may have happened earlier in life, so that could definitely affect your mental health. So mental health is not the same over the course of your life, right? Basically, that's all what we're saying. And it can improve, it can be great, it can decline, and it just shifts from different stages in life, right? And so support can be beneficial at any age. It may just look different, right? Maybe in adolescent phase, maybe your friends, right? That's where you may get most of your support from. Or joining a sports club, things like that. Versus adulthood, it can be difficult, but they do have like small groups. You can do things like that. Just some way to provide some type of community for you. So mental health is not necessarily something you have to figure out, right? It's just a part of our lives. And I think the better that we understand it, the better that we can navigate it and know when to speak out when we do need that additional support. Okay, so I'll briefly touch on early warning signs, and then we'll go and hand off to Gina to do some of the crisis and non-crisis. So some early warning signs, mental health conditions, they often develop like gradually, like over time, right? If you have a health issue and it goes unchecked for so long, it's gonna cause you issues, right? So this is all that's saying is mental health and the early warning signs. They can be subtle, right? So which is why I feel like personally, community is one of the biggest pieces. Like if you have people around you, so maybe it's something like you don't even notice changes in yourself, but if you have somebody close in your vicinity around you that they can, like, you know, hey, what's going on? How are you feeling? And things like that. Which is why I feel like things like this event today is important, because you are learning how to recognize certain symptoms and be open to even start the conversation. You don't have to have all the answers, right? But you can at least start the conversation and at least lead them to support. And then just one sign alone doesn't mean that something is wrong, right? So I'm sad today, so I must have depression, right? Or I was anxious because I needed to do a presentation at school. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have anxiety disorder. So just putting into context. So it has to be like the intensity and the duration, all that matters. So it's not one isolated incident. Usually it's over time and there's patterns that you see. Okay, and then next we're gonna get into crisis and non-crisis as we do warning signs. Because it's on there already.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gina McGowan Cade. I am a Christian counselor. I received my Christian counseling certification back in 2015, and it was something that I wanted to do. Growing up a PK, you have people that will just automatically be drawn to you where they need some advice. That's how it starts out. And as preachers' kids, the preacher will tell you, go over there and talk to so-and-so. They might need your help. We have any preacher's kids in the house? Anybody know what I'm talking about? All right. So that's sometimes how it was, especially back in the day. I'm 58 years of age now, so things have drastically changed. Where things in the church is more organized. We have different departments of people that will come together and do things, but that wasn't how it was when I was coming up. I remember I was the greeter when you come in, the usher. I was the church clerk when it was time for offering. I was the program director. I could be I wore many hats as a PK. So that's how this came about, me being a Christian counselor. So I went to school for the Cedar Valley Community College, the one in Cedar Hill. They had a program that was worked through Lighthouse Ministries. Lighthouse Ministries had the curriculum, and I knew someone that had taken the course, so a couple of people, so I wanted to take it as well back in 2015. So that's how it all started. So I'm going to speak on non-crisis signs versus crisis warning signs. Concerning changes that signal someone may need support. And what I'm reading is here on the monitor. Ongoing sadness, anxiety, or irritability. Withdrawing from friends, family, or activities. Changes in sleep, appetite, or energy. trouble concentrating or keeping up with daily tasks, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or hopeless. Now, these are some signs that you may feel at times. We often feel sad at times. You may feel a bit of anxiety, but as Sean mentioned, it may not be an anxiety disorder. It may just be something that I need to give this report today. And it have you feeling some type of way. You feel anxious. So it's not anxiety disorder. So we want you to know the signs before you go out and try to diagnose yourself, okay? Here are crisis warning signs: immediate safety concerns, urgent support needed, talking about wanting to die or not wanting to exist, expressing feelings of being a burden or having no reason to live, sudden extreme mood changes or agitation, giving away belongings or saying goodbye, reckless or dangerous behavior, talking about self-harm or feeling unsafe. These signs mean immediate help is needed. I remember there was a young guy. I was working many years ago at DHL Global, and one day some of the employees, my coworkers, came in and they were not in the best mood, you could say. Some of them lived together, and they were up watching the game, and one of the guys told them, "Hey man, it's been fun, I'm about to check out," just like that. Went to the room and he shot himself. They thought he was about to go to sleep. So they gave him dab back. But he told them, "It's been fun, it's been nice, I'm about to check out," just like that. He did not give them much warning to know, but just like that, he checked himself out. So now we need to know, we need to listen, we need to see, we need to look at body, what is it called? The way a person moves, the way a person is speaking to you. We need to look and listen, okay? Anxiety disorders, a group of conditions involving ongoing worry, fear, or nervousness that feels hard to control and interferes with daily life. Anxiety disorders are more intensive and long-lasting than normal stress. That's an anxiety disorder, and not just today I'm anxious. And it may not come again until maybe a year or never again. Depression, condition marked by persistent sadness, low mood, or loss of interest or pleasure, often affecting energy, sleep, thinking, and motivation. Depression is more than feeling down and can impact daily functioning. So when we start talking about depression, depression can come in, I would say, bouts. You may have it today and not tomorrow. You may be high today and low tonight. So that is a warning sign, and you should talk to your doctor. PTSD, a condition after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. It involves ongoing stress, responses such as re-experiencing the event, avoidance, and feeling constantly on edge. Bipolar disorder, a condition involving significant shifts in mood, energy, and activity levels, ranging from very high or energized states to a period of depression. These mood changes are more extreme than typical ups and downs. ADHD. I'm always joking and I say most of us have a little bit of ADHD in us. And if you don't, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I say we should, because we get more work done at times. A condition that affects attention, impulse control, and activity level. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that's the part, when we're a little hyper. ADHD can impact organization, focus, and follow through as seen in both youth and adults. Sean spoke about this earlier, schizophrenia and schizoaffective, conditions that affect how a person thinks, perceives a reality, and understands the world. This may include hallucinations, delusions, or disorganized thinking. Most people with these conditions are not dangerous and benefit from treatment and supports. Patterns across conditions. When someone may be struggling, mental health challenges don't always look the same, but common early signs may include noticeable changes in mood, which are sadness, irritability, anger, anxiety, withdrawing from friends, family, or activities they once enjoyed, changes in sleep, appetite, or energy levels. That's a big sign to look for. Difficulty concentrating, making decisions, or keeping up with daily tasks. Increased stress, feeling overwhelmed or hopeless. Increased use of alcohol or substances. Expressing feelings of being a burden or worthless or not wanting to be here. Prevention and support. There is help available. Prevention, what it does look like. Early intervention strategies before crisis. Stress symptoms are signals, not weaknesses. Burnout comes from prolonged overwhelm without recovery. Gentle body awareness check-in and practical coping skills. Community connection. Community connection is a proactive. Who helps you feel seen or supported? Coping skills, mind and body, thoughts and emotions. Connection, daily habits. So when we speak about mind and body, we're speaking about deep breathing or grounding exercises. It really does help. I can go for a walk or a jog and it helps me. If I am in a mood, if something has triggered me, has upset me, a good brisk walk helps. Walking and riding. Riding is therapeutic for me. Taking a walk or moving your body, getting enough rest and hydration. Thoughts and emotions, naming your feelings. So when we name our feelings, that means we are getting to the root cause of what caused this feeling. Because sometimes we have to think back like, why am I feeling this way? And if you haven't done that, that's very important because all of a sudden you may be driving and you feel something like, why am I so anxious right now? Think about it. What's going on? What had transpired maybe earlier in the day? Journaling or writing things out. Again, writing is therapeutic. Practicing self-talk that is kind, not critical. And y'all know we can be the most critical to ourselves. So start practicing the love talk to yourself, the kind talk to yourself, the gentle talk to yourself, what you can do versus what you can't do, what you shouldn't have done. Connection, talking with someone you trust, asking for help or support, very important. Spending time with people who feel safe. Daily habits, keeping a routine, taking breaks, limiting stressors when possible, and that comes with knowing what's stressing you. When and how to seek support, and this is where we bring Ms. Shawn back up. Thank you.
Okay. How you guys feeling? Do you feel more informed? Yeah.
Woo! Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so with this one, we already talked about coping skills, different things like that. Maybe you don't even know what that is. It looks different for everybody, right? I work at a local mental health authority. So I see a lot of different patients with different diagnoses or whatnot. So what works for one patient may not work for the other. So as far as seeking help, right? So like I just mentioned, the local mental health authority, like most communities or states, they have some type of mental health authority that you can go to connect you with support. There's also various websites that I'm going to share. This next slide, I'm going to share a link for the main website that we go to when we're trying to provide people with support, right? So no matter what it is, there's a support group for it. It could be the most random thing that you may be struggling for. You definitely can find someone that can assist you with that. So kind of like what Gina mentioned, in one of the coping skills, I'm a really big component of this is community. Community is the biggest change, right? Think about it. If you had a difficult day, if you just by yourself and you have that difficult day, it may be prolonged. Versus if you have a difficult day and you have somebody that you can share that day with. Not even like they have to have all the answers, but you can just vent and you feel safe talking to them. You're already in a better state, right? So that's why I'm a huge fan of just community in whatever way that is. And it doesn't have to be this super serious support group. It could be like you have a certain hobby, right? So you're connecting with people that have similar interests and you're spending time with them. You're kind of like doing life to a degree. Because like we're made to be relational. So when we are not connected in that way, like we tend to struggle more. Even if it is everyday mental health things, it just seems to be heavier to carry because we're not meant to do life alone. So if you don't hear anything else today, really just tuck that in, right? So whether you have a mental health diagnosis or not, I hope you left here today more informed and maybe even be able to recognize certain symptoms or signs in the people that are around you, friends and loved ones, right? It doesn't have to be this big scary thing. So just being able to identify that, and you don't have to be a professional to maybe provide support to somebody. Like we just said, it could be the simplest as giving them space to talk or to vent, you know, or leading them to something, or inviting them to do something. I'm going on a walk. Hey, call your friends, see if they want to go on a walk as well. And that could benefit both you guys. So I really want to normalize mental health, right? There are, like we said before, mental health and then there's mental illness, right? And just like with any other illness, treatment is available. And I just encourage everyone, if that's you, then we'll have resources available. So this right here is the QR code. It's to the National Alliance on Mental Health. If you would like to take it out and scan it, you can find everything you need. This is a great starting point if you're needing support. And you can search it based on your area. There's different databases. If you come downstairs as well, we'll have some information and some tangible things that you can take with you. If you're looking for something on a specific illness or topic, or you just have questions on how to support someone else, you know, we'll have that downstairs for you. And like I mentioned earlier, local mental health authorities, the one in Dallas County will be MetroCare, and then the one in Tarrant County will be MHMR. And they have so many different programs within those agencies to help you wherever you are, whatever end you are on the spectrum. And if it does require medication, I want to say that piece about like treatment. Sometimes some illnesses do require medication, and that's okay. So you can also get medication support, like understanding how this particular medication affects me or not. But it's really just seeing what works best for you, because each person is different. But I'm going to keep reiterating, mental health is just a part of life, right? It doesn't have to, you don't have to always be on cloud nine to be okay. So I hope this has allowed you guys to feel more comfortable sharing with a friend, maybe if you are having a difficult day, and to seek out support if you need it. And I am going to pass the mic to Andre. And he can
I guess I'm the only one that's using the mic today. Wow, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I guess that other thing, we're good. I was sitting on there. So I'm just going. Oh, I got transition. Okay. You're the technician here. Help me out. We got one more game for y'all. And then after that, I'm gonna do a. You see how I slid over here. After that, I'm gonna do an outro, and then but we got another game. We practiced. We get into this game, and I told my cousin that I was gonna do it, and then as soon as I got up here, I thought about letting her do it. And the ladies are getting ready to go downstairs because after this conference, they're gonna have some refreshments. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. They're gonna have some refreshments, and there's a couple other things down there. I'm gonna go into detail when we get to there, but do not leave. Make sure you go down and get your refreshments. All right. Okay, so now I need to find my mouse. There we go. No, we.
You can do Joan at the bottom, so it can pull it up right here.
You telling me?
Yeah, go down a little bit more,
I can't see.
come to the right, I see all
Yeah, you can help me out. Yeah, we finna get you this again. I think we're gonna get you. Oh, the code. Okay.
Come on, Dad.
Yeah, come on, Dad. Yeah. I don't see it.
At the bottom, it says Joan, so it's closed. Turn on. There you go.
Can you delete me? Because I couldn't come back. Can you delete me? I'll try to
Try to close it out and skip it.
All right. So we got another true or false. Did y'all? Did they didn't scan it? Oh, my bad. That's it. Let's see. Y'all got to help me get some more glasses. I don't see the arrow. Jesus. Oh man.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, sorry y'all. I didn't give y'all enough time to scan that. Y'all just let me know when y'all good. Everybody want to participate. Scan. Good. I think them 4 people was accurate, Sean.
It's better, Joan.
Okay. All right, so we ready now. We went up 3. Okay, here we go. Next, right? Okay. It says mental health fluctuates for everyone over time. Fluctuate or changes. Yeah. You're getting quizzed out here. She's like, what do I almost forgot what it meant. Put me on the spot. Some big words on here. All right, so we're good. All right, next. True or false? Listening without fixing can support someone. Yeah, click what? Yeah, okay. I might as well just get to it. All right. True or false? I might just do this. There we go. Right? Is it saying that? Asking about suicide plants the idea. Asking about suicide plant, like sow a seed or in your head, like make you start thinking about it. That's what it's implying. Okay. Language like crazy can stigmatize people. Professional help is only for crisis. 7. Okay. Sleep, food, and movement affect mood. That's where they get the term hangry around. Oh. Yeah. Alrighty. Confidentiality builds trust when supporting others. Good. Everybody agree? Checking resources shows care, not pressure. All right. Everybody else? Okay, here we go. We're on the same page. We one accord. Naming feelings can reduce their intensity. Seven, there we go. Good. All right. You can support others without burning out. All right, so let's see how I feel more informed about mental health than before. Did y'all feel that way?
Yes.
I know I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take this time right now. Sean, I reached out to Sean. It was about 5 weeks ago, and I knew she had the knowledge and everything, and she behind the scenes just put everything together. And this has helped me. This was important for me, and it's important for just my inner circle, the community, my family, church. Like this means a lot. So I just wanted to firsthand say thank you for, the labor and the late nights, and I appreciate that. So let's give a hand clap for Sean. And then, this is somebody I can count on, whether it's short notice, long notice. Gina, I appreciate you for being available, and beautiful job. And I don't know, but I don't know if y'all know this, but it seems like y'all just been hanging around each other. The way y'all, Sean, Gina, I'm like, y'all are professionals, truly professionals, and thank you for your experience and adding and enhancing this, and I really do appreciate you. I want to thank everybody. Thank y'all for being here. This right here, I do not take it lightly, and I hope and pray that no one in this building takes it lightly. No one that's going to watch it takes it lightly, because I was going through the slides, but I learned so much just with you guys, and just really being passionate and just elaborating, and it was beautiful. And I even saw my brother jump to the first row, and I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we in this thing together, and I thank you. I really do, and I do want to thank a few other people that did some things behind the scenes. My daughters, thank y'all for what you guys did behind the scenes. I'm out of battery.
I guess I don't need the mic. Yeah, Ned and Sadie's down there helping get set up to feed you guys. So listen, after this, and this lasted, it is 2:55. You talking about a conference that give you all this information, detail, and it's less than an hour, and they gonna feed you. This is the type of conference I like. So we going downstairs. We have so much resources and material. Don't just get one thinking, I'm getting this for myself. Grab 10, grab it. It's enough if you guys probably get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiply by. You can get about 6 or 7 copies each. But get it and give it to someone else. I encourage my daughter, since it looks like they're the only youths, go to that youth table and think about your friends and think about, your family members that can benefit from this, and all the things that, the people that we know and care about, they go through a lot of things. And so grab the materials. We have keychain, we got stress balls, we got a lot of cool stuff for you guys. And get you something to eat too. And you can eat plenty. We got like food for 60 people down there. So if you're hungry and you ain't ate lunch, you take advantage of it, okay? And we really appreciate you. I really respect everything y'all did, and you guys are professionals in it. I was getting teary-eyed back there when you guys were talking, because it was doing something on the inside of me. So I thank God for both of y'all. These are both my cousins. One on my daddy's side, this is my daddy's side, and this is my cousin on my mother's side. beautiful, so, I really appreciate everything you did, there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and thank y'all. But that's it, so remember, go downstairs and grab that stuff, take it, and give it to someone that need it, we appreciate you guys, and we love y'all, thank y'all for being here.
I did, but I gotta eat and run. I gotta eat and run. Plus I got to stop.
How you doing? How you doing? Good seeing you again.